evening, gentle listeners and watchers, and welcome to Distractible. This episode, Mosquito Masquering Mark gets ponderous party performance and asks the gents for remedies to rage. Bouncing, rage. Bob nearly loses James, suggests a stitch-up, miasmas, creed cripplings, and cloning. Wise guy Wade gets vandalized by Cervidae, advises stuffing tailpipes, Jason, Hammer Time, and Steve Rogers. From lint-free nostrils to kissipedes. It's time for Illegal Advice 2. Vice. Now sit back and prepare to... and enjoy the show.
What is up?
Rage.
Don't start it that way.
Nope, that's it.
We're in. And welcome to Distractible. I'm your host, Markiplier here, back at it again with another hosting of an incredible
Rage.
that you're going to love in every way possible. We don't believe in cold opens here. No one can say otherwise. This is the beginning and right.
And how?
And how do we do this episode? Well, the same way we do every episode.
I'm the judge.
I am soliciting these two gentlemen here. They can accept or not. To my whims, I guess it's always optional.
I'm the judge.
It's all you, man.
The doors lock every time we start an episode. When the recording starts, doors can't open. There's no evidence of me ever leaving.
Is my camera in like 2 frames per second, or am I losing my fucking mind?
You're fine.
All right, I'm gonna do this for a while.
Editors make multiple clones of him and overlay it so he's moving like a centipede. All right, so in this game today, we're gonna have a great... And we're gonna have a great... points to the person who has the best...
Oh, you already figured out your wheel spin?
I think that's me. I'm having the best. Mark.
That could mean multiple things. I will have that added to the wheel. Best... either you're having a great... or you did the episode in record. You won with the least amount of moves. That's pretty fun.
That is interesting. I like that.
Is that the Grand Master win?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, but before we do that,
I'm the judge.
As much as I want to kick it off with my life and the amazing things going on here, I guess I have to defer to these two gentlemen here whose lives are equally as interesting, chock full of adventure, and I can't wait to hear about it.
It's warm out now, and that's really fun for James because it means we get to go back to the playgrounds and stuff. And we did that yesterday, and he had... Before it got cold, when we were going to the playgrounds like the end of last summer, he was walking, but he was small enough that it was kind of like we had to chase him around, basically. Because at any moment he might just like fall off an edge or do something crazy. And so we would, and he's like really independent now, which is awesome. But I forgot one important fact about the playground that we take him to a lot. It's like one of those old school, like wooden castle style playgrounds. Super fun. There's an area with a really slide, and I was letting him climb up on his own and go up there to go on the slide. But right next to the slide, they made this feature where it's like tractor tires stacked up, and the middle of the tractor tires is down all the way to the ground. And it's meant for kids to like climb down the tires like they're ladders, and then there's like some chains and like it's for climbing, but big tires. And I was like, I forgot that was there. And I ran ran and dove under the bottom of it and was like face up under the hole. And I was like, oh yeah, slide. All right, I won't jump down the suicide hole yet. That's fucking like it was because when we got to the playground, I was like, all right, let's see how this goes. And he started climbing on his own, and I was like, this is cool. He's having so much fun. And then he was like, I'm gonna go on this tire. Like, whoa, fucking shit! Why did they put a jump hole in this playset? God. Anyway, he's fine, and he went down the big tires, and I had to be like, we're going on this. But anyway, it was super fun. And only twice did I almost think he was about to break his entire self jumping down a big hole for no reason onto hard ground below. Also, he's stealing a stranger's cell phone at the playground.
Oh, you found us a new phone. Thanks, baby. And then like leave with it.
Now, James, ask for money for this. Oh, yeah. $200.
But I'm so excited. It's going to be a great playground year for this man. He's about to have a lot of near-death experiences that make me shit my pants only a little bit.
Big tires.
Big tires?
Big tires.
So that's my day.
That was great. The adventure that is parenthood. Neither of us know anything about it.
None of us know anything about it.
Just slam dunking that baby.
Blocking babies off the backboard.
Complaining to the refs when the baby trips me.
Going like this. Baby. That was for the viewers out there. Listeners, you have no idea what I just did. You have no idea.
You don't know what he did, but it was hilarious. You better start watching.
We love Spotify. Almost as much as I love.
Yeah. I saw that one.
You already got your points.
I will say, the world of 3D printing is both as cool and very uncool as I thought it would be. I will not explain why. I will not expound into it. It's Wade's turn to talk.
Thank you. Mark, I think you're going to relate to my small talk a little bit.
Okay.
The deer. The damn deer, man.
Yes! I'm giving you a point right away. I don't even know what it's about, but I know.
Outside, it is nice. It's warming up. But here in Cincinnati, we had a lot of snow. And we had a really wet period where it was like snow and rain and snow and rain. And apparently, the deer going through our yard, I don't know what happened, but they have made a muck of everything. There's just deer prints and hooves. Molly has bird feeders. The bird feeders are like half destroyed. One of them's like half buried in the mud. It looks like the Planet of the Apes scene where like the Statue of Liberty head's on the ground or whatever. It's just a total nightmare out there. And around every spot of our yard that looks awful, deer hoof prints everywhere. Leon,
We should annihilate them back.
I thought about
Cloud inspection! Don't you know whose plane this is?
and then they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Clown. And I would go walk on the plane.
Bravely bold Wade.
My freedom! If I want to burn down my
Deer.
sock hand!
So assuming it's
Longest range weapon I could find and shoot at the sky nonstop with it, hoping to kill deer. God, because this is his fault. Like, he did this. So once he's gone and the plane is under hazmat and people can't take off, I feel like I vindicated myself and I call a cab to go somewhere else, I guess, for vacation.
Yeah, what would that do? Would it attract the deer? Would it make you be able to sneak up on the deer? What's the objective?
I don't think it would attract them.
For all of you hunters out there, recommend what type of tank, what tank best kills deer?
You were going to say, for all you hunters out there, go to Wade's house.
We're posted Wade's address in the comments of this video. Go just stake out a big circle around his whole property.
Here it is in Morse code for the listeners. This is his address.
Here's a little patch of what sounds like white noise, but if you analyze it correctly, it actually contains a lot of personal information, including his address.
If you pull it up into an audio editing software and look at the spectrograph, you'll see the audio file.
My friend was a hunter and he's like, yeah, you got to come with me. I hated every second of it. I was like, oh God, I hope you miss. Like, I was like the anti-hunter. I was like, do I tackle him to save the deer? What do I do?
Objection!
Deer hoof prints everywhere.
We should annihilate them back.
I thought about longest range weapon I could find and shoot at the sky nonstop with it, hoping to kill deer. Oh God, because this is his fault.
Take that!
Did he miss? Did he miss?
No.
Yes! I'm giving you a point right away. I don't like the idea of unnecessary killing of pretty much anything. Some things, all right, I'm saying it. Some things deserve to die. Let's just be clear. Let's be open. Let's all get it out there. We all think this.
There are okay Pennsylvanians.
There are okay some. Well, I'm just saying.
What are we, live on stage in Pittsburgh?
Hey, it's better than what happened with Tyler in France. Or Ethan in the Berg.
Oh, Ethan wasn't even offensive, but Tyler in France was a whole special kind of fun.
I felt by Ethan's Berg.
Listen, I think we can all agree. He deserved to die.
Did Ethan do anything good in the ecosystem?
Nothing.
I feel like a lot of stuff you could be like, yeah, it does this. I don't know that Ethan do anything valuable whatsoever. Just pass around communicable bloodborne diseases.
Yeah, there's.
I'd rather eat brandy. I'd rather eat brandy. I'd rather eat brandy.
For eating. There doesn't need to be
Ethan's
Markiplier. Serve a purpose.
Ethan's
Just a menace. Same with deer. No purpose.
Incinerate them, incinerate them.
I hate watching deer go around with their big proboscis sucking blood out of wolves and coyotes.
Good. Can you imagine?
Oh, God,
Terrifying. The vampire deer.
What would a deer mosquito be called?
Casa bonita, casa bonita.
Okay. All right. Well, no, we weren't there anyway. It doesn't matter.
What is it? I don't know the advertising for this place.
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
Okay, when you're there, you're
I'd rather eat brandy. I'd rather eat
family, wherever the fuck there is.
Because this story isn't about us going to the place where our family is. We didn't go that night. It's a different place. We all went in there, and I should have known it was going to be a kerfuffle when we got up to the host stand, and the guy looked at us. I was like, "How many?" And we're like, "We got 8." And he goes, "Huh, huh." And starts looking around
Oh,
like
no.
this. Whoa. And I would think he would look at his computer that says all of the tables. He starts going, "Oh, no."
When you've been
Judge.
long enough, you could smell the open seats, you know.
Well, it was open everywhere. That was the thing. It was not busy. But he looks around and he goes like, I'll find you a waiter. And then he runs off and he comes back with no one. And he says like, all right, I'll go to your seat. And we go over, we get sat, and there's other people in here, and it's fine, just normal. We didn't think anyone was weird. It took like 20 minutes for someone to come by, and it was the same guy being like, so sorry, getting you a waiter.
Oh, I thought he was gonna like put on a mustache, be like, "All right, I'll be your waiter. Get you all something to drink."
No. And then 5 minutes later, pretty quickly, he brings this waitress, and she takes our drink order, and then it's okay. It's like, we'll be right back. And then 20 minutes passed by.
What?
This lady was gone.
8 is probably a large number for places.
It was so empty in there. And the other side of the restaurant was packed with waiters and people eating, having a great time. Oh, no.
Oh, that's the eating section. You were in the waiting section.
Right. Well, she gets our drinks after a little bit, and we bring them over, and we put in like some appetizers. And some people, for some reason, are like, "Oh, I haven't thought about what we're eating yet."
We've been here for an hour and I have no idea what I want.
3-course meal plus dessert to seal the deal. Oh, and I'll be needing a to-go box.
We order. She goes away. 15 minutes pass by. She comes back, hits the other tables, leaves. Not us. Comes back with 2 appetizers. 5 minutes later, puts in front of me, and we're just like, do we wait?
Right?
No, I totally forgot. When she brought the drinks, she set out some of them, set the tray down on the table next to us, and left. And I had to go grab them off of the tray from the other table and pass them down the table to the other people. That was a minor thing when things started to go weird.
We finally order.
And meanwhile, people are getting seated in our area as we're ordering food. They get their before we finish getting our appetizers. And there's 8 of us. I need advice. Potentially illegal advice on how you guys would remedy this situation, starting with Hedges Bob. Wade, what'd you do?
Please like.
This is good.
Please comment.
Actually, me is a bitch, and I would just deal with it and be annoyed, but I would just deal with it.
I'm putting you down a point for actually a bitch.
Yeah, well, that's just the truth of the matter. I very much, when I'm at a restaurant, whatever happens, unless my food's wrong, I would stuff some in a bag or just hide it or just ask for some more to go. Just keep getting bread. Wait outside, like hiding in a bush until close. Figure out where this person's car is. And then now that you know which car is theirs, you come back the next day and you stuff all the bread in their exhaust pipes. When they go to leave, their car just explodes. That'll fucking teach them.
That is a slow burn and a explosive ending. I like that.
It's a really long, that wire that catches fire before the dynamite explodes. That's the word. That's the word. I'm going to be, you guys realize the older I get, the scarier I will become because I have the worst memory of anyone I know right now. And it's all downhill from here. When I can't remember the word fuse.
I guess my thing is there's a lot of words I don't remember. Just use a different word.
I go descriptor. I'm like, I can't think of the thing I'm thinking of. So leads to dynamite booms.
I mean, it was effective. It's not like it didn't work out, but
I like it because the time it takes to get to the tailpipe that you know is theirs, the bread has gone more stale, so it really compacts in there. And everyone knows, just like a critical point on a boss, big red and glow in the tailpipe, shove some in there, whole car blows up.
Yeah, and as they're like screaming for help, you drop a banner that just says, "We'll be right with you." And then remember us, party of 8 in parentheses.
Signed sincerely, the Markiplier editing team.
Make sure they really know. And then you get some art made of you at the table so that they really know.
The gift picture they took at the end that cost us $40. Yeah. All right, good.
Bob?
I could offer illegal advice. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I could offer illegal advice. I'm sure that's illegal. But I could do that. All right. This approach requires a quick snap decision. I'm not saying you'll never get it wrong, but I am saying you have to be really thoughtful because what you want to do, if you reach the point of like service is too long, clearly your waiter is distracted or something has happened, whatever. What you do is you don't leave. You're still going to eat. You're already at the restaurant and like it would take so long to get somewhere. It's not like you're going to save time going somewhere else. But if you want to speed up,
go out, step out, excuse yourself, go out to the car, grab your 8-ball of cocaine that you keep in the car purely for planting evidence purposes. Go back inside, ask an employee where the bathroom is and look kind of lost, and wander your way back to the employee locker room. You noticed the name on the waiter's name tag before all this started, so find a locker that has their name on it, stick that in there, go back to your table, get the manager's attention, let them know that you saw some white powder or substance or something on a waiter's nose and you have some concerns they're behaving erratically or whatever. Cops will be there in 10 minutes, you'll get a new waiter, service will be impeccable. The manager will see to it that you get everything you want so that you don't do anything crazy and talk about their coked up waiter who wouldn't bring you your drinks and appetizers.
I believe it would work. How much is an 8-ball?
How much is that?
I honestly don't know. I know that term from like procedural crime drama TV shows. I assume an 8-ball is either 8 ounces or magic 8-ball size.
If you buy the whole rack of 15, it's 1/15 the price.
Okay, that's weird. 8-ball refers to 3.5 grams of
cocaine.
Oh, because it's 1/8 of an ounce. Why wouldn't it say that first?
That must be how much a 8-ball in a billiard set weighs. 3.5 ounces. That's probably right.
I also know the term ear. God, because this is Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
No, it's pronounced Nickelback.
Give me those drugs.
Give me those drugs. Look at these.
Every time I do, they make me high. what did Mark say at the start? He's like, when you're here, your family or whatever. So what we should have done is we should have kidnapped the waiter or waitress, taken them someplace, concreted their feet, and then when they ask why, we go, because we were family.
I don't have friends. I got family.
You didn't treat us like family. You let down the family, but in a better accent than that.
Yeah, what accent was that? Were you trying to be like a mobster or something?
I'm Ohio mob, but yeah, I was supposed to be.
You let down the family.
You let down the family.
Hey.
Tony.
I'd rather eat Randy. I'd rather eat Randy. I'd rather eat Randy.
For eating, there doesn't need to be.
Give me some of that gabagool. I need some.
Now you guys are never gonna know where the place where your family is.
I think I figured out where it is.
Oh, okay. Well, bonus points if you got it.
It's Chuck E. Cheese.
No,
Oh, isn't that Olive Garden's slogan?
it is Olive Garden.
Yeah, that's why I said the salad and breadsticks, because Fazoli's.
Well, I did that cryptically because the Portuguese didn't know about Olive Garden. They probably did, but I assumed that they didn't.
Is there a big rivalry between Olive Garden and Portugal?
Say they hadn't seen video about Olive Garden?
I don't know.
I got another option. Mine involves, okay, in this universe, you're close personal friends with Vin Diesel. You call Vin, you tell him you're at a restaurant where they claim that when you're here, you're family, and then he gets outraged for you, and Vin Diesel comes into the Olive Garden and just starts shouting at everyone, "It's about family!" And then they're all like, "Vin Diesel?" And your service is actually way worse, but Vin Diesel's there.
All right, that's an option.
All right, but what if you find your server's
I don't
crush
have another one.
and you
Stop
get with them
suggesting
and you
things.
have a kid and you leave the kid on their doorstep as your final revenge? They've got to raise your kid with their crush. That'll teach them.
That'll fucking teach them.
All right, what you do is you reach into the novelty pumpkin Halloween candy container that you use as a purse, and you pull out cans of SpaghettiOs that you always carry with you just in case. And then since it's Italian food, nobody notices, and you just eat cold SpaghettiOs right out of the can. Because you're
Family.
I thought you were. All right, okay. All right.
What you do is you help them hook up where they get to have sex, but it turns out they're at Camp Crystal Lake where having sex is a death sentence, and then Jason Voorhees comes and machetes them.
So you moved the restaurant secretly to.
No, just their fuck time.
all right. This Olive Garden is on the moon. You're inside where nobody has spacesuits on. You look at your waiter when you finally get her attention and you say, "Hey, excuse me. I think one of our party is outside trying to find the entrance. Would you mind peeking out the door and letting them know how to enter the restaurant?" And without thinking, they go to the door and crack it open to peek out. But they don't have a spacesuit on. And they get sucked out into space and they freeze to death on the surface of the moon. And then you get spaghetti from someone else.
All right, well done. I think that was pretty good.
Does any of that solve your problem?
All of them solve it. All of them solve it. Problem solved forever.
I can't believe you did an entire episode about Olive Garden. All right, we got some more, Bob. Hang on, let's go back.
You're in the peach in the claymation movie, James and the Giant Peach. You're the spider. James is the waiter.
What you do is you kill him.
That's it.
I hollow out one of these sequoias. I get mannequin replicas made of this guy's family, and I fill them with pig's blood. And I put them in the sequoia. I hire him to cut down the tree, and I put some speakers that sounds like people screaming. And he's cutting down the tree. And
That's great, guys. You really tapped into it. Very, very illegal. All those.
I think we're on it. Yeah, I think we're really on this, Wade.
Oh, man, that's great. Okay, what about something a little,
Less devastating.
So this happens every time I travel. Like I'm flying, I check my bags, I get them free because fucking 3 free bags or something.
Unbelievable.
Even they could be overweight. They don't even care. They don't even care.
not Southwest anymore, apparently. Did you see what they're getting away with? They're stopping their one thing people liked, which was the free bags.
Oh, I thought it was the pick your own seats, which I hate.
Yeah, that's not a positive. That's just them pretending that something shitty is actually a positive. Like, you get to pick your own seat. You don't get to sit with your party. You get to pick your own separate seats. They're all middle seats. Have fun, stupid.
When flying, and I'm in the lap of luxury and beautiful comfort plus.
Sure.
Incredible. Anyway, but after I get off and I got to wait for my bags, I'm standing, like a sane person outside of the actual belt, away from it, so that I'm not blocking up everything. And people come off and they get to my left, they line up right next to me, or maybe someone was there, I line up right next to them, right about where the benches and the sitting area is. Then comes fucko McGee over here as soon as it goes boing, boing, and they start moving right up in the middle of it, right, and knees touching the metal. I'm gonna get it as soon as it comes here. It's gonna be fast. I better be ready. And then suddenly every douchebag in the world comes flooding up and blocking everything. Even in front of me, side of me, it doesn't matter. I was like, I could see everything. Now I can see nothing.
I don't know why I'm picturing them all looking like Fonzie, but out of Thriller, and kind of walking like with their hands going like this and like bent leg as they approach the belt.
Exactly that. Exactly that.
The douchebag walk.
Bob, you're first. What do I do?
The solution is easy.
Family.
And I think you'll find you'll have lots of space in a number of different scenarios if you just prepare for your trips in this manner. And if it's a long trip, you could start your trip. Excuse me.
The douchebag walk.
Excuse me. It's not illegal even. You're totally welcome to do that. Like, no, you can't. What are they going to do? Arrest you? They can't.
Family.
Is there anything funnier than that? Like, I know that there is, but because those always come out of nowhere. You'll be online and then it's like there's just a video of a guy in a Barney suit or something, and then the
Family
happens, and you're just like, oh, I needed that.
Not particularly illegal, but I'll still take it. Wade, what you got?
All right, here's what you do. You've been waiting. They come up. They think they're all smooth, right? They're smooth sliding by you, getting right in front of you like, oh, pardon me. And they get right in front of you to get their bag. Well, that's why you carry around your travel sandpaper. You get your travel sandpaper out, you put it on the conveyor belt, and you push your face down on it, and let it rub across it. Oh, you're gonna be smooth when I'm done with you. And slowly their skin just gets ripped off by the sandpaper. Then their bag comes and boops their nose just to rub it in even further. My friend was a hunter, and he's like, yeah, you gotta come with me. I hated every second of it. I was like, oh God, I hope you miss. I was like the anti-hunter. I was like, do I tackle him to save the deer? What do I do?
Did you coat the entire belt with sandpaper, or did you put one square and you shove them down? You're like, this will teach you. Ow.
Gotta really wait for it to come back around.
It's a really big roll of travel sandpaper. It takes up a lot of space.
It's a good size like square, but you do have to like rub it, wait for it to come around, rub it again.
The dread of it coming back is what really will teach him the lesson. All right, I'll take that. This is relatively compared to the restaurant, but I guess.
Well, I sort of thought we were going to escalate this when I started I thought we were going to.
You got more?
So you've got your carbon fiber retractable Assassin's Creed sleeve blade, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And they push by you. You wait until you see their bag coming, and you just stand there and you blend in with the crowd like in the games. And when the nuns start to get confused why you're walking around with them when you're clearly not one, and as you see your eye their bag, and they like prepare their body to grab the bag, you get up right behind them, just outside of the range where they could sense you, real close, and right as they're about to reach for the bag, right through
through their hand.
Yeah, like intercept the grab right through the retract the blade, walk away. Back to
when you go through the crowd, do you do the Assassin's Creed thing where you touch everyone on the shoulders? You're like,
yeah, you walk through the crowd and you do like the swimmy arms. Yeah.
Just don't accidentally bump the blade early.
Yeah, you gotta really watch out.
Okay, all right, that's good. Assassin's Creed. Wait.
All right, I get there early. Like before I like into pre-flight, long time. And I know a guy who works at the airport. So I get some time to set up. You're waiting for your bag. Everyone's got their like generous 3 feet of, we'll call it 3 feet of space between them and the conveyor belt. And then people start coming in, they get close. And then the little, and you hear the conveyor start to go. But as that triggers, something else triggers, and everyone standing within that 1 foot radius of the conveyor belt.
Get fucking splattered by the giant anvils that drop from the ceiling. Because they shouldn't have been there yet. They were there too early. Oh, fucking first splat.
And then they lift up, and you got your space, get your bags if you were patiently waiting the correct amount of space.
I was thinking also, well, you could do that with your preparation time. I thought of something where you paint an optical illusion spiral into the conveyor belt that only activates when it starts moving. So all the sheeple that start walking towards, they fall asleep, fall into the conveyor belt, and then get ground in the mechanisms. And you are smart enough to look away.
That's where airport Taco Bells get their
Brandy. I'd rather eat brandy. I'd rather eat brandy, brandy, brandy. I'd rather eat brandy, brandy, brandy.
For eating, there doesn't need to be
beef.
I forgot about the luggage shredders inside the conveyor belt.
Oh, I'm sorry. You put anvil in the ceiling and a luggage shredder is too much for you?
Wile E. Coyote doesn't believe in your luggage belt shredders.
You don't get your bag fast enough, it gets shredded.
This one isn't affecting you directly, but it's affecting your experience and also just like public sanctity and common rules and like common decency as our fellow for eating. There doesn't need to be humans and guardians on this planet, right?
Sure.
Yes. You're at an aquarium, having a lovely time. Best time, looking at all the fish. Oh, the jellyfish exhibit. It's all dark in here. You see them. Oh, they're glowing. It's so cool. You're walking through. All right. Then you hear tink, 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 tink. That's an odd sound. Ting, 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 ting. It's getting louder. Ting, ting, ting. You look behind you. There's someone. Could be a little kid. Just on the glass everywhere. Every single day. Pinking on the glass. That's illegal by itself, probably. How do I solve this?
Even more illegally.
You press the button, and it turns into a little exhibit of its own, and you slam it on top of the kid, and then you tell everyone, hey, little shit, little shit. And they all come over, and you all start on the kid in the glass.
They all know what that means instinctively, huh?
Oh, everyone knows. Even the parents will probably join in and be like, well, they're right.
Actually, there are statues. I believe there are statues in China, I believe, of like these traders that they made statues of. They're kneeling, like their hands are tied, and people come up to them and they slap the statues, spit on them, do all kinds of, because they're traders.
With an IT. I was thinking DERS, like they were trading, and I was like, we don't like trade.
If there's one thing about China, they don't like trade.
Grow your own or steal, no trading. Just food, baby.
I visited China once and they found out I was a barterer. Almost got caught in the crossfire.
They made a whole statue of you.
No, I'm not a trader. I'm a barterer.
All right, great. All right, Bob.
Obviously, you were going to the aquarium, so you slung Maui's magical fish hook on your back before you headed out the door. It's not made of metal, and it looks decorative. So when you're entering the aquarium and you walk through the metal detectors, everyone's cool with it. They think you're just goofing around. The little shit behind you starts knocking on the glass. You take Maui's fish hook off your back, turn around, transform into top half shark, bottom half legs, so you can still stand there, look at him with your weird shark face, and go, yes? And the kid is like, what? What? And you say, you knocked, right? And the kid goes, what? And then you bite his fucking hand off. And before you turn back into a human, you swallow his hand and you say, don't fucking knock on my fucking glass. And then you just turn back into a human and walk away. Kid will remember that lesson for the rest of their life.
So super illegal. Very good. All right. Any other ways to deal with this guy, or can we move on?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. You walk up to him and you say, oh, you want to see some really cool fish? Like, these are pretty cool, but I'll show you the really cool ones. Then you tie the little fucker up and you dangle him slowly into the piranha tank and let them nibble away at him piece by piece till there's nothing left.
Like a cartoon, they turn into a skeleton. There's like wood chipper noises. You dangle him in the piranhas, it's just like, the skeleton comes out.
Yes.
And they're like, oh no. And you're like, now you learned your and then they leave, but they're a skeleton forever.
All right. Yeah, that's good. He's not going to forget that one. Bob, any more?
I don't think you could do much better than Maui's magical fish hook.
That was really good. I'll give that.
I mean, yeah.
I have an easier one, and just give him a really disapproving glare. Nothing is more biting to a completely unaware child than the disapproving glare of a stranger they're not paying attention, with the satisfied feeling that you know that they know that you know what they did, and you did not approve of it.
I could de-escalate if that's what we're doing. You give him some really thick, comfy gloves.
Joe, for God's sake, just end it and move on.
And the
Fucking
gloves
can't you tell I'm out of
are
ideas?
magical fish summoning gloves, but actually they're just really thick cloth, so when he knocks, it doesn't make noise.
All right.
I thought we were doing the reverse. We're not doing Bob. We're doing the thing, right?
Moving on.
Come on, Bob.
I got family.
That's it, in anger. Oh my God.
Well, hey, it's illegal here. It's illegal. All right.
I thought we were de-escalating. You went the wrong way, man.
Oh, actually, wait. You wait till he gets to the giant exhibit with the big glass, and he's tapping, right? And you have one of those glass breakers on the tip of your finger, and so you go up next to him, you look him in the eye, and you start going crack, 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 crack. You go, you wanted this, and then
You hold him up like Rafiki holding Simba for the whale shark. Whale shark, great white.
All right, what you do is
What are you hanging out here for? Why don't you guys go and hang out at the best website in the world, most fine and pristine one? YouTube? No. Oh. That is where they are currently at. They need to go to buymehumor.com /no humor is good humor. They need to go to buymeacoffee.com /no humor is good humor. The best website in the world if they want to help us buy moon chunks. Was that buymeacoffee.com /no humor is good humor? It might be buymeacoffee.com /no humor is good humor. I'm actually not exactly sure what the URL is.
you go up to the kid and you say, you know, when you do that, you're summoning the sharks to come and eat you. And the kid is like, nuh-uh. And then you jump up and a shark comes out of the tank and grabs you and in front of the kid eats you. And you do die. But the kid learns a lesson for the rest of their life.
it's like Deep Blue Sea, you know, when Samuel L. Jackson's like, I've had it with these motherfucking
Family.
on this motherfucker, and then he gets shark comes out and bites him. Yeah, you remember?
Yeah. That's my favorite part of that movie.
I'm sure everyone has experienced this, but I'm going to put some specificity to this. You're walking, hallway, sidewalk, wherever, path, where there's guardrails. It's this fixed width. It's very wide, but it's fixed width path, right? Just two are in front of you, and somehow, some way, this is taking up the whole width. And I've experienced this, where they are somehow, like their arms are spread, their backpacks swinging so wide that they couldn't and slow, just wide and slow, blocking up the entire space. You can't get around them. You're locked into this. It's cars going a million miles an hour. It's a subway train this way. It's not the same place. It's different places. Or the same place, whatever your mind's eye sees. Sorry, Bob. And so it's just, you can't get around them no matter what. How do you do this? How do you deal with it?
Walking down the path towards them, you use your special cloning ability to become a of yourself. You take up the entire path, like there's no physical way. It's Red Rover rules. They're not coming on over. They are getting pushed off of the path. And it's their choice whether they get pushed into the oncoming subway train or into the oncoming traffic on the road that are sandwiching this path you're walking on with not a millimeter of space between path and certain death. And you lock arm in arm and you slowly towards them and let them pick their reward for taking up the entire path for no fucking reason.
God. And it's just train after train, one after another. It's just nonstop cars.
It's like Frogger in this bitch. It's just like both multiple ways. It's like 8 tracks wide. Even if they miss the first couple, there's no way.
That's really comprehensive. It teaches them a lesson with the lesson failed to be taught.
Technology's come a long way.
So you're behind them, you're listening. You listen to their conversation, you pick up their names, so on and so forth. Eventually, you manage to trudge out ahead. You find a gap in the trains or cars just to pass them, get up ahead a bit. And you get some photos of them together, cute photos for later. And then with technology, you become best buddy. You get some photos of you and together. You get some photos of and his other lady friends or male friends or what have you. Some compromising photos of them. Then you keep getting your dirt built up. You fall back behind him again, and then you come jogging up. Is that you? Huh? Buddy, I missed you. Oh my God, I can't. Who's this one? And you pull out your photos. Nope, that's not her. That's not him. Oh, this is all 3 of us. And you ruin that guy's fucking life.
The long, Conrad. They'll never be walking together again.
How long are these people walking on this path?
Well, if they're annoying you that much, man, they're walking real slow.
Technology has come a long way. That's fast.
Anyway, Bob, you got any other ways?
All right, this is illegal, but it's not violent against the people.
For eating. There doesn't need to be
You in your tanker truck full of nuclear waste. Everyone, this is a path that loops back. So you know they're walking out, they're going to walk back. This is whatever. It's a park where it loops back. Everyone parks in the parking lot and ends up back at the parking lot. You,
for eating,
cut your walk short. Head straight back to the parking lot. Boom. Huge 10-gallon bucket of wood chemical spill. Somehow this tanker truck full of nuclear waste emptied just all over every single car in the parking lot. It's quarantined, it's locked down. No one can come within 5 miles of that location for the next 3,000 years, thanks to the half-life of 10-gallon bucket of wood green goop was in your truck. Nobody gets hurt unless there was someone in the parking lot, but they should have known better. And they learned the lesson that they learn it. The lesson, they learn it because it's in there. And that's where they learned it, at the park.
They'll be, well, we're not parking at this parking lot anymore. They won't be walking that path.
They'll come back and they'll see all the people in hazmat suits, and there'll be people fleeing for their lives, and they'll be like, oh no, we're blocking the whole sidewalk. We should let these people flee for their lives. And then they'll be like, yeah, we shouldn't block the whole sidewalk anymore. That's how they learned the lesson.
Somehow their repulsion field just prevents anyone from escaping, and the wall of radioactive
10-gallon bucket of wood
waste is just tunneling. Nothing we can do. Oh no! And then everyone dies. No, sorry, that makes it violent.
You take a bat and you beat their legs and break their legs and you break their arms and you say, hey, should have made more space for us, but not too violent.
Well, they're alive, so I think.
Have you seen the movie? You know why I found out about that and why Justin Long finds himself in that situation?
Why?
Because he's an asshole podcaster who does a podcast where he kind of makes fun of people for having like eccentric beliefs or whatever. And the guy who eventually captures him and does this to him agrees to be a guest on his podcast. And so Justin Long goes out to his like mansion place and is like interviewing him, but he's kind of an asshole. And then the guy does the stuff.
Is that what you do to the people?
Yeah. But not so cute, because big and, patchy.
Okay, got it.
So you go on Etsy or Amazon, one of these sites. You order a Captain America outfit. You put it on. You're running up behind them as they're walking to the path, and you say, on your left, and then they hopefully move out of the way and you pass.
All right. That's such a wild swings from technology's come a long way. On your left. stuff.
Hey, listen, I give you a variety of options. You choose what level of intensity you want to go with.
I appreciate that, man.
I'm the judge.
All right, let's wrap it up there.
Man, we had some more ideas. What about Olive Garden, Bob? I have
So
more
you
ideas,
call
Bob.
your friend Ultron. No.
Ulti! I'm going to read the points, and then I'll add, who had the best time, whatever definition that is, to the wheel. But we'll start with Bob, because you're on the left here.
You got a point for suicide hole. You got a point for how much is an 8-ball. That was just a question I had. Olive Garden. Separate point for Olive Garden on the moon. Pigpen-esque cloud. Fart suit prank. Assassin's carbon fiber. Maui's magic hook. I just wrote shark. That was a separate idea. 8 magic clones. Nuclear waste and Yatuscum.
I'm killing it. Mark usually only gives out like a handful of points.
Wait, you got the deer. Actually a bitch. That'll fucking teach him. Give me those drugs. What was that? Give me those drugs. I don't remember. Your travel sandpaper, anvils, little shits bag. Sorry. Piranha tank. Technology's come a long way. Human. And on your left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nickelback. Give me those drugs.
Oh, yeah.
I knew it was funny. I laughed at it. I just couldn't remember why. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Damn. You guys were killing it this game. Bob marginally more by 1 point, but we'll see how the wheels shake up to do that.
Give me a 3.
A D3, please roll a D3 die. Here we go, and start. 3!
All right.
Okay. Damn.
And I added for you, Mark, I added had the best time, right?
That's great. That's great. Good. Thank you for that.
Wearing the least amount of clothes.
I got 3 pieces.
I have socks, pants, underwear, undershirt, and shirt on.
No socks. Oh yeah, usually do 2 shirts, Bob. I forgot about that.
I do. I have an undershirt on today. It's
just 1. So that's 1 up. It would be tied right now. It could technically be a tie, but depending on how these points shake out.
Oh shit. That's a tough one for this episode. Who got the biggest laugh?
What did get the biggest laugh? There was a lot of laugh. Bob, you had consistently. But I think one of Wade's jokes made me laugh really hard. It was either between I think it was the 3rd iteration of That'll Fucking Teach Him, just because it had callback in there, and also just the insanity. Oh, 8 magic clones and the Froggers stuff really made me laugh hard. This was a laugh-heavy episode. I don't know what the biggest laugh is. This was the Olive Garden on the moon. I was dying. Oh, give me those drugs. I did laugh. Oh man, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty balanced, actually. It's your discretion, Mark. I laughed a lot at... So,
if you think it's an even one, I'm okay with respins on this if we can't figure it out. I think if anything, this was pretty equivalent in terms of the funnies. I had a great time. You boys should be very proud. I laughed really hard at my own stuff, Bob's stuff. I think we all had some bangers, so I don't know. Yeah. How about I flip a coin for this? Heads, lead your tails. Heads.
Hey,
Bob's up. Bob's up by 1. This could either decide it or tie it. All right, come on, Baldest.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a debate if it's Baldest. That's trouble for Mark. Well, that's a point for the viewers there.
The viewers took it away from me. I feel like it's landed on those a lot. They're lucky. So, with an extremely close game, with a toss-up of that coin toss, Bob takes it by 1 point. Congratulations, Bob. Whew. Oh, that's very funny. You guys, I know that puts a lot on you guys for making up the stuff, but just like last time, What is it, like a 5-gallon bucket of wood glue?
Yeah, and didn't wait to kill God with a shotgun or something. I don't fucking
Probably. I killed ear. Oh, God! Just shoot a shotgun in the air and hope you hit ear. God, because it's his fault. If you haven't listened to the first illegal advice, it's back in 2023 in October. It's a ways back, but very funny episode. Reagan. Bob, I'm gonna let you go first. Winner speech.
I love these episodes. I can never tell when they're starting off if stuff is just gonna be like unhinged and weird or unhinged and funny. But consistently, Wade will say or do something that will get me in the right mindset to just like completely go off the rails and say the craziest shit I can think of. And I honestly think if it was not for Wade, I wouldn't have won this one. But I did win it, and it's my Wade, and I'm keeping it.
Wade, I'm happy to be someone's muse. That's what it is. I just enjoy the laughter. I think laughing and smiling is so much better than the alternative. So even if I lose, knowing that we got to laugh, even if no one watching or listening laughed, I laughed. I found us hilarious. And that's all that really matters.
What a hot take. Laughter fun.
I love me, and when me happy, me like that. And as who had nothing to do with most of the jokes, I take all the credit. So this is an incredible episode that I hosted. Thank you, me, for being me, and everything that I'll do in the future will be hopefully as funny as something that happened in this episode. Thank you. Follow the podcast for more. We're on Spotify and YouTube and anywhere that we are listenable, but only watchable on Spotify and YouTube. So go check them out there. Be sure to follow on all of them so it makes us look real good.
I got some coffee chunks at buymeahumor.com.
Suck again.
Buy me a coffee / no humor.
Can we like find this bitch?